What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and today with me, as always, is my guy, Aleandro Fancello. How are you, sir?
Great. 4 goals.
Exactly. That's what we're bringing you right now. The instant reaction for the post-match when it comes to Juventus and Zenit. A match that really saw Juventus score 5 goals, for being honest. But yes, 4-2 victory at home against Zenit, clinching a top two, I guess, in the group spot. Top two at least, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe that's correct.
That's all for sure.
And basically ensuring that Juventus will move on into the group stage when it comes to the Champions League. Some solid performances in Champions League so far. Fortunately, not the same for City A. I wish I could say that when it comes to our City A performances. But again, have been pretty consistent when it comes to Champions League and how they will perform there and move forward. Of course, we still have matches against Malmo again, right? And then we have Chelsea as well
Yeah,
to
Chelsea
wrap
on the
this
last
up.
day.
Matches that I don't want to say they don't matter, but we can
Yeah,
maybe
I think
guys
it's
can rest.
3 mil if you win a game or 2.5. So I think
Oh,
it does for
yeah.
us.
I guess I forget. I forget to pay attention to the money thing. I guess I'm so concentrated. I'm so focused on. We were talking about
Yeah.
Julian and myself yesterday. Obviously, for guys, if this is the first time you've watched a video with me in a while, I've been on vacation. Not been a good week to be on vacation and enjoy watching Juventus.
No.
Trying to watch this from anywhere has been rough. Kind of put a damper on it. But overall, just one of the things that really stuck out to me, and maybe that's what it is that guys are tired. They need rest. And
Yeah.
when you think about money and what can come from these matches in the future, we can talk about that in a second. But what's more important, resting these guys for performances down the line or that money? I'm not going to argue that now. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's just kind of dive into it. What did you really see? What did you like? What did you dislike from the performance today from the club? What did you really see? What was your, I guess, overall verdict of the performance today?
Okay. So what I liked was basically the intensity, the just the mental aspect, the way we approached the game. Like we were on it from the first minute. Like press, especially Danilo in the first half. Like he was pressing like crazy. Like he was winning the ball back high up the pitch for a right back. So that was positive. We created a lot today. That's another positive. The negative thing is we need we need a lot of chance to score. Like we should have been this game should have been put to bed like in the first half. And we did it. That's okay in the end. So that's positive for me. Um, the negative, I don't. Yeah, the negative is that I don't know if it's a negative if you score 4 goals, but we still needed a lot of chances for these 4 goals. That sounds crazy, but if you just look at the game, I think in the first half we should have basically put it to bed. Like I said, and we kept Zenit in the game for no reason because let's be real, they were awful. Like they were not good. They scored basically out of nowhere, and then they had some half shots, like nothing special. The way we conceded the second goal does frustrate me a bit because I think the Lake, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what Rugani was doing.
We got it.
Yeah, but I think it's also the Lake. He made a mistake there. But yeah, I mean, still a 4-4-2, so that's a negative for me. I think it looked better, but I mean, I said it when you were on vacation. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Just getting carried away. I'm just going game by game now, and that's a great win. Now up to Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to, I guess we have to recalibrate expectations for the season overall at
Yeah,
this point, given those the games that they've dropped in when it comes to Serie A. A bit disappointing for me overall as a Juventus fan. I know a lot of guys, there's dramatic ways you can go either way. You can go a little bit too far where you need to be Mr. Cheerleader man, or you can go too
yeah,
far the opposite way where you're completely hating on everything in this team. It's somewhere in the middle. It's in that middle line, somewhere where you need to really be focused on. I think, and this is my difficult point. Like I appreciate you brought up some really good points when it came to this match. It's just, I guess, going into it, I talked with Julian yesterday on the, I say quote unquote preview, because to be honest, you guys just did the Zenit preview like a week ago.
yeah,
So we weren't going to go full in on, lineups and really dive into all that as much as we were talking about the overall storyline of the match and what it means for Juventus,
yeah,
especially given the retiro or whatever you would call it from this weekend, the 2 days of a boot camp for Juventus, which I don't know. Julian and I had differing opinions on what we really thought about that whole process of that being done right now, what it means, and I feel like the first half to me kind of said, I was like, wow, that was a waste of time. Like, it just felt like that was a waste of time. And I don't fully know that I really changed my opinion even after scoring the 4 goals at the end. I feel like at some point you had a breakthrough. You had those, that second goal,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously with the penalty by DYBALA. And then after Chiesa scored, it was just kind of like, then it was kind of done.
Yeah, but that's why I said we should have scored in the first half, because if we scored in the first half, like we should have done more, then I think many, like you, like for example, would have a different opinion on it. Because I think we did well in the first half. The only thing missing were the goals. Like we scored one, we should have scored more, but the press was very good. It was very, very good. And I'm gonna praise McKennie. Because today he was, again, on the ball. Don't ask me anything about it. Like, on the ball, it's not great.
Yeah.
It's really not great. But the runs he makes, he takes defenders with him. Like, as in the first half, I don't remember. It was something, DYBALA, he was playing so close with DYBALA. But when DYBALA received the ball, he just quickly moved to the right. And he took away 2 defenders, opening space up for DYBALA. So, props to him, basically, because I said a few weeks back, like, he's way down the pecking order, but he's scoring those goals, which is his best, basically, how do you call it? His best attribute.
Yeah.
And Allegri's rewarding him with playing him, and I'm not gonna lie, he's doing much, much better. It's still not perfect, but
Yeah.
I think we all know that.
He's found a way to somewhat, especially these last 3 matches, you could
Yeah.
say, be an asset to Juventus. He's been
Yeah, he's been useful.
Yeah, which has been, that's why the biggest thing of where all that criticism comes from. It's just like I said, he's not gonna be perfect on the ball at all. But when it comes to just finishing scores, like scoring goals, and then like even today, he should have had a goal if he would have finished that one in the second half. I don't know that long term really changes anything about his future when it comes to Juventus.
No, not at all. I think he's still not like. He can be a squad player where if you can get money for him, you move him on. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. But at the moment, he is being chosen over Allegri, over Rabiot and Betancourt. So basically 2 of Allegri's favorites. I mean, again, as long as he keeps doing this, what he does, like this runs without the ball, like Betancourt does not do that. Rabiot, not at all. Like, he doesn't move like that. Which he should be doing with the qualities he had, but he doesn't. So as long as McKennie keeps doing that, that's good for us. But if we play against a team that presses us, like an Atalanta, just name it, we will struggle a lot. So I don't think, despite being satisfied with today's performance, I don't think going forward, I don't think this is it. I'm not gonna lie. So, but again, I'm taking it game by game. So we won.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you there. That's as a fan, happy with the result. Don't know if it really means much for the future. If it means much for we've seen the ups and downs of the season. Until, I mean, I also don't want to be the full. I don't want to go full, the let the cake bake kind of guy, but the kind of like, let's wait till the end and see what it is, because that's not what you do here. That's not why we talk. We're not going to talk Juventus and just say, let's just wait till the end of the season, then we'll talk about how they did. But at the same time, we've seen this roller coaster all season long. We've seen the highs of the 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, and then to come back down for the last couple of matches. And also, I just don't know what it is, if there's something there when it comes to. Obviously, Zenit and Malmo are not the same level of competition you're getting.
No, but we lost against Sassuolo and Verona. Like, they're not in Champions League. Yeah. If you know what I'm trying to say, like, we struggle against Empoli, Sassuolo, and Verona, and then we go out against Zenit and Malmo. With Chelsea struggle today, and we beat Malmo quite easily. So, like I said, that's my point. This team is very inconsistent. That's why I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made in the game streak we didn't lose, like I said, oh, we are very hard to beat. But I still think this team is easily being like they can easily be beaten on any given day because they can switch off so quick. So that's why I'm saying and taking it game by game. But today I saw improvement. So I'm not gonna say it's not good again. Like I saw improvement.
It's such a fragile team. It's so fragile. You never know which way they're gonna go. The minorest little faults can really just break apart the entire match. Let's get into a couple of the players. Just really get some like performances overall. Do you wanna go into a few players and talk about them first, or would you rather go ahead and do like your man of the match, least valuable player as well? How would you rather go about this? You want to do that first?
So I think MVP is DYBALA. Like he was everywhere. Like he was so unlucky to only have scored 2 goals. Like the post just going wide twice, being blocked and being saved in the first half. So like he's that X factor at the moment for us. Like he's the difference maker for us at the moment.
I think Julian even made a point saying he should have had 4 or 5 goals today. Like
he was very unlucky. He was very unlucky. But yeah, he's the most valuable player at the moment for us. Like he gets a free roll from Allegri and he's using it like almost up to perfection. Like the only thing missing is like more goals, but that's not. I want to say that's a knock on him. Like he's been very unlucky, but 2 goals and an assist. Like I mean, it's not even close today. Like he was the man.
A little bit lucky on the replay of the of that penalty, but
these things happen every game. Like if the DYBALA penalty against Inter should have been retaken. Like every penalty should have been retaken. So he got away with that. He got away with that. I mean, it's the rule, but like it happens every time. So, but yeah, he was the man of the match. Like clear.
Yeah, that's what I had. I mean, I was looking through just to see what some ratings options had. One of them was just outlandish. Something gave him like a 10, and I was like, okay, come on. I was like, it wasn't a 10, but he was good. I also, to me, it's almost impossible to reach anything like a 9 half the time. So. Okay, if he was your MVP, actually, let's stick with the positive for right now. Moving on down, I don't know if I guess you could say the second best player. Would you give that to Federico Chiesa today, or who would you give that the second best? Because I want to talk about his performance.
I don't know. I like Danilo a lot today. I don't know why. Because the way he played, like it's also in different moments, like the way he was coaching the team and basically hyping them up. Getting like excited like Chiellini was when he blocked like a shot for the 4-2 in the 80th minute or something like that. Like he did very good today, especially in the first half. Like I said it before, like the press he was putting on Zenit was impressive for me. Like for a right back, he was pressing basically at midfield and he was winning the ball back many times in the first half, or at least putting Zenit under pressure. And making wrong decisions. So I know people will go for Chiesa.
Well, it's easy to go for an attacker. Yeah, it's always going to be easy.
Yeah.
The defenders, when the defenders are playing...
I was not really impressed with Chiesa. So that's why I'm not going Chiesa.
Yeah. No, that's what I was going to say. It's always defenders. It's easier a little bit to fly under the radar because you're not doing, it's not the flashy plays, but they're doing the important stuff. Unless you're really, stopping a fantastic goal or something like that. It's easy to overlook it a little bit, but it's a very good point. Danilo was great today. The reason I guess I wanted to get to Chiesa and what I was saying about him, and yeah, I completely agree. At halftime, I would have said, actually, I don't know, maybe even longer than that, maybe 60 minutes or so, I probably would have said he was the same player we've seen for a while. This season.
He was struggling. Not struggling. He was trying too hard. I don't know. That sounds weird, but he was trying to force things, and that's never good. So this goal can be very important for him. Like just freeing up the head. Same for Morata because he, like in the first half, he missed an easy chance. I don't care if people say, "Oh, it was difficult." It wasn't difficult. If you are a striker for this club, like at this level, you should score these goals. Like again, he scored at the end. Maybe he's off to the races once again. Let's hope. It's just hope at the moment because going off the last few games, it didn't look like. And up to that goal, it really didn't look great. Like his hold-up play was much better. Like compared to the Verona game, miles better. Like his hold-up play was great, but like he's a striker and needs to score goals. That's it. At the end
Well,
of the day,
well, and also now that DYBALA's back, you kind of you have that excuse gone
yeah,
now. You're not having to
yeah,
play, and you're playing in a role you're more comfortable with right now. At least
yeah,
as long as you're being utilized that way as a winger there. So definitely, I like to see that. Hopefully, it definitely rebuilds that confidence. I would say that at the end of the game, I did see at least some creative options, some attacking options that he did that actually seemed purposeful and actually seemed like they had a chance rather than some
yeah,
where they
yeah.
were just, a little bit sloppy there, like in the
I
first half,
agree.
like
I
you
agree.
said.
I agree.
I guess it's who would be your, least valuable player of the match today? Who was somebody? When I say that, we're not lambasting anybody. We're not doing anything like that. But what I'm saying is like somebody who you maybe felt like didn't, wasn't up to task, or at least could do better. Missed
Oh,
opportunity
I
or
know.
something.
So I think Bonucci could have done better, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
pick Bonucci. I'm going to pick. I know people will hate for it, but Locatelli, he wasn't bad. Like I'm not saying he was bad, but he
No.
can do much better. Like on the ball, he can do much better. Again, he wasn't bad, but I've seen him play at Sassuolo at the national team. He can do better on the ball, and that has nothing to do with position. Like just on the ball, because he got a lot of time on the ball today, like a lot of time, and sometimes it takes a bit too long on the ball. Like he can play those. Cross balls like Bonucci does sometimes, but not up to that level. But he can do that. Like I think he's doing that to a lesser extent, in my opinion. Again, he wasn't bad. Like I'm not saying he was bad because nobody.
No, but you expect more
I
out of
think
your big signing, and he's been a little bit
yeah,
quiet as of lately.
he's been quiet. Like he can do much better. So I'm not going because I see many people um not overhyping, but just putting too much on just okay, like good performances. Like, and I get why. Like because the rest of the midfield is not great. But it's also not the right thing to do. Like you cannot say, "Oh, that's amazing," because to be honest, it's not amazing. It's just good. Like,
Yeah.
but again, not saying he was bad at all. But I
Um.
think nobody is under a 6 today. Like, I don't think anybody should be under a 6, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree. That seems like
You checked.
I was thinking about myself. I was like, oh yeah, I see what he's talking about. And one of the things going off of your comment about Locatelli, one of the things I was kind of disappointed again because I felt like this was another opportunity. At least me personally, feeling like this is a match that, like, no offense, and again, I understand they're Champions League, but they're
Yeah.
still a lower level team. That I think they should have been able to maybe. I don't want to say mess around a little bit, but experiment a tiny bit more. And I was really hoping to see. Unfortunately, he was exchanged for him. I was hoping to see him and Archer play some more time together. I was hoping to see that happen. And
I think he will
again,
play on Saturday. That's why.
you think they'll play together?
I think
Or
I think it will.
yeah,
I don't know why, because I will play McKennie again because I think he deserves to start again.
yeah,
Uh, like basically benching him when he's finally performing like that
yeah.
will be. I don't know how that will affect him and us. But I think Arthur will get a chance on Saturday. That's why. Also, Locatelli got a rest against Verona, so that's why I think he stayed on that pitch much longer.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, it was kind of something I was at least hoping to see, maybe 10, 20 minutes of it. But it wouldn't make sense, obviously, to pull McKennie when he's playing fairly well. And, of course,
Yeah.
a lot of that good performance was at the end of the second half, too. And then, like, you're bringing that up as well, because it goes against a lot of what I say, where I'm always saying, who cares about when I say their mental well-being, but because they're professional athletes. But you're right. McKennie is, again, this team's fragile. McKennie seems to be one of those players with the ups and downs that we've had, that he's had off the field issues, stuff like that. That if he's in a good space, don't mess with it. So hopefully, give him his shot. He's had 3 solid matches in a row, even though 2 of them we lost. Like, he was one of the players that actually played decent, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, because people don't. I don't know if many people pay attention on what he does off the ball. Like the runs he make are so important. Like he reminds me, like not on the ball or just player-wise, but the runs he makes, he reminds me of Khedira. Like he makes those same runs into space, like where nobody is, like pulling defenders with him, making space for other players. He does it so good. Again, you don't need to ask him to play the ball but he was so unlucky today. I mean, the run he made in the second half, basically from our box to the goal, he was so unlucky to hit that crossbar. Like he deserved that goal today. He really did.
No, I completely. I mean, I think it's also a big part of like we talk about when we first last year, at least when I wrote an article or whatever and all that, talking about what he brings, and that is what McKennie needs to be doing. He's running. He was supposed to be a very active player, and he is doing that when he pulls defenders and stuff like that. Let's see. So moving on from there, okay. And then I want to get in one more guy, and then I can comment on it. I'll let it go for the most part. We'll talk about it in the player ratings. Bonucci, the own goal, come on, but
very unlucky.
Very unlucky. It's a hell of a shot. Anyway, but I guess overall, because we've had issues, or you've. Some strong words or issues when it comes to Alvaro Morata and his play. First half, I was far from impressed from what I saw in the first half from a lot of Morata's play. Gets that goal at the end of the game, but again, what do you make of his performance today in the second half? But I don't want to be, the urinator, I guess is the way I would say it. I don't want to be that, but like,
I know what you mean. Like,
it was.
I agree. In the first half, like. It wasn't great. Like he had some good chances, or I don't know how he missed that first one. But again, like it wasn't good in the first. It was better, but again, he's a striker. He's the main striker, so you expect your main striker to score goals. Like not every game it happens that you have a bad period, but even in a bad period, you can just add something to the team, like hold up play. He was not doing that. In the second half, he improved that a lot. Like totally different, in my opinion. Like he held up the ball very well. Link up play was very good in the second half. And at the end of the day, he scored his goal. Yeah. He needs a lot of chances to score a goal, but you never know. Like some strikers need that one goal, and maybe against Fiorentina, everything goes, I don't know, very easy. You never know. Yeah. But just overall, like. It was better than I don't think it could have been worse than against Verona.
Yeah.
But it was better. Like it was better. Not great, but again, we won 4-2. I'm not gonna give him a 5 or something. Like he scored a goal at the end of the day. Second half was better. So, but still, not. I want to say because if I say not the real Morata, people will say it is the real Morata. Right. But he can do much better. Like he can be more consistent.
Yeah, our expectations of him are higher. We know he can be a I don't want to say a great scorer, but a decent scorer, an adequate one.
Yeah, like he can give you 20 to 25 goals in all competitions. Like you should be able to do that. And the way he's playing now, like he's not even getting close to 25 or 20 goals. Like, so it's up to him because basically the chances are falling for him. It's not like. He's having no sniff in front of goal. Like he's getting in some good positions, and now with DYBALA back, Chiesa back, basically the chances are coming. It's up to him to take them. So
definitely. And then of course, by the end of the season, we'll see what this means for Morata and his future with Juventus. We have the upcoming game against Fiorentina. I wonder if there may be a player there of interest to pay attention to at all for the future when it comes to Juve that they may be looking at. Who knows? Any other final thoughts that you really want to give when it comes to the performance today? What you would like to see, or what you would hope to see going off of this into the Fiorentina match on Saturday, and then after that we go into the break, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. So it's a final little opportunity to hopefully maybe raise fan spirits going
in. So basically the same thing but better. And what I mean by better is putting games to bed much earlier. Because Fiorentina is better than Zenit in my opinion. I mean they will give you a better game than Zenit. But I mean, you cannot go back to a Verona type of performance on Saturday. Like that's not acceptable. Like it should be the same intensity, the same, basically, how you mean, like the same game plan, like going at it, pressing. Because today everybody was pressing up front, DYBALA, Morata, Chiesa. So I expect the same thing. I don't expect any changes in formation, like in setup, player-wise, and stuff like that, because I don't think Allegri's even thinking about doing that. So it's gonna be 4-4-2. So because it's gonna be a 4-4-2, I expect just that intensity once again, that willingness to win that game. Because if you play 4-4-2 with these players, that's the thing that's gonna make the difference. It sounds a bit depressing, but it's Passion FC for me. Like it's really like that's what Allegri's saying after every press conference, like the intensity and these basically passion words for me. Like I call it passion words. So it's like basically that is what is basically going to not improve the team, but drag this team on into January, and maybe then he will change something. I don't know, but he's not changing it now. So basically the same press. That's what I expect on Saturday. I think. Yeah, we're playing on Saturday.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens going there. Obviously, Saturday. To me, it's a big game. Fiorentina is not it's not a team to take lightly. I know twice at least in the last couple of years, Juventus has not only laid an egg but like kind of got buried by Fiorentina, especially with we can say it. You know, I hinted at him. Obviously, Dusan Vlahovic and his performances there going to be very important for Juventus fans. Keep an eye on him in that game. Hopefully, this will be one where he doesn't score, but. I don't know how likely that seems, but it'll be a big match. Hopefully, Juventus can get back on the right track and start, getting 3 more points when it comes to City on that performance. I think that's all I have for you. Do you have anything else before we go?
Nope.
Otherwise, I'll wrap it. Well, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already joined the channel, and also consider joining our membership group. As you can see down there, we have the members club. You can join at the club level or the lounge level. In the future, you can hang out with us, talk on the channel, and we'll be coming to you all very soon. So we're excited to get that launched and rolling with you guys as well. And thank you to the members who have already joined our squad as well. Make sure you follow Bianconeri at Bianconeri on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Sofer on Twitter. Follow Aleandro now. Is it Aleandro BZ? Is that what it is on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get that one down. And then also, of course, Julian Genotti at Genotti151 as well. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.